Good morning. It's Monday and we have construction outside. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We are back. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I hope it was, exciting, restful, wherever you needed to be, whatever you needed to be. Who do we got in the chat this morning? Who's here? We got Jump Shoot. Well, Jump Shoot's got a meeting, so we'll see you. We'll see you, Jump Shoot, in a little bit. Sneeps is here. Eff and Nico, Team Hold. That's us. Cameron Quinlan, back from vacay, dude. Hope it was a great vacay. Garen's here. Veronica, DJ Local, Stubbs in the street, Santa's boys, Ricky, Ricardo, Daniel Easterman's here. Rowdy Road. Mike, good afternoon, sir. Snoopaloop. Good to have everybody here. D Rose. Regulators in here. Good morning. Go Hornets. The hottest team in basketball right now. We get a fun one. There was Fernandez, dude, just coming in hot. We get a fun one. There was a lot of good basketball this weekend, a lot of exciting stuff. I mean, obviously, if you went to bed a little early last night, you missed two very exciting things. Dame dropping 71. And then on I stayed up too late. I stayed up till like 1, I think, watching overtime between the Clippers and the Nuggets, which was a super fun game too. So there's a lot of good basketball to get into. As always, like the stream, subscribe. Let's set the table a little bit, huh? Let's set the table. Jay Blaze is here. Ellery, good morning. Listen, make sure you like the stream. You subscribe to Team Hold. You get in the Discord. All of our links are there in the description. Here's what you got coming at you today on a Monday, no less. So you made it to the NBA bit. We'll have value hunting come up probably around 12:30 maybe. Wait, Fernandez says, I saw Cocaine Bear and it was awful. Listen, guys, I'm not going to take any Cocaine Bear slander because here's the thing. If you went into Cocaine Bear thinking it was going to be a masterpiece, that's honestly on you. It was going to be bad. It's camp. Like, you got to go in knowing that's bad, right? It's like Wet Hot American Summer. It's like over the top on purpose. So I'm not surprised. But I hope it was at least a good time. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, back to what we got. So yeah, we'll probably have value hunting around like 12:31, depending on how the day goes. And then live before lock, we'll be back at 5:30. We got Ghost, we got TST, we got a new game week. Also, listen, for the 25 that are here right now, I'll give you a little alf. It's not 100% confirmed. It might happen later in the week, but I'm pretty sure it's happening tonight. We're going to have a special Team Hold contest. We're going to have a special Game Week 37 Team Hold contest. So Rare is testing a couple of things out with the Play with Friends, which they got to come up with a better title for that, I think. Play with Friends sounds like Word with Friends, except for children. And we're going to be doing a fun little special contest, and they're going to provide some rewards for it too. So stay tuned for that. I'm only going to announce it in the Discord and then at live before lock. So it should be fun. Well, Garen said I will not accept. No, listen, I love Wet Hot American Summer. I love it. I love the movies. I love the series. Wet Hot American Summer is the best. I'm not out on it. I'm not out on Wet Hot American Summer. Just make sure you know that, okay? This is good. My expectations of Cocaine Bear are similar to the Ernest movies. Man, now that is nostalgia right there. That is nostalgic. But anyways, so tune in for Live Before Lock. That's going to be fun. I know I teased out the oversubscribe announcement last week. I got to do one more thing with them today. So that should launch tomorrow. Paperwork, baby. Got to be ready before we launch. So I got to meet with them today, and then hopefully we'll have some fun announcements tomorrow. We can pump it and have some fun. Talk about the growth, baby. Talk about growth. For this week, though, the morning show is Monday through Friday at 9. As always, Wednesday we'll have some 89 Cavs. We'll have some Shot Tank. We'll have our So Rare Strategy show come back. We're going to have a good time this week. It's going to be a fun week as we enter March, right? A couple days left of Febs. We head into March, March Madness. We got a lot of fun stuff happening here. Yeah, I don't know. Anything else we need to get into before we get into this weekend's hoops? It's Monday, so that means we're covering Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We got a lot of basketball to talk about. I will wait. I'm ready for the sequel. Cocaine Bear Goes to Jail. That's good. Honestly, in honor of all this Coke talk, let's get our man Sawyer. We need a Sawyer drop. That's how we start on a Monday. The OG GOAT, baby, Sawyer himself. Love starting like that. All right, let's get into Friday. Let's get looking forward to Cocaine Rabbit. JoJo the Cocaine Rabbit. All right, let's go. So Knicks beat the Wizards, Bing Bong Boys. The Bing Bong Boys had a nice little weekend. They had the Wizards and the Pels, took care of Baznas. Randall dropped a 46 bomb on Friday night. The Cougs had 23-5, and then the Zanger 23-6. Zanger got dinged up in that game, and then I believe he sat the second game of the back-to-back for the Wizards this weekend. Knicks just keep trucking along. We'll look at the standings in a little bit, but that like 5, 6, 7 matchup is going to be kind of interesting, especially now because the Atlanta Hawks seem to want to try again as we head towards the playoffs. But that's going to be fun to pay attention to as we get closer. But anyways, good win for the Knicks. Like, listen, they're nothing too spicy, right? Knicks just taking care. Yeah, Porzingis had 19 in the first quarter. Yeah, it seemed like the Zanger was going to go ham, and then he got dinged up, I thought, in like late in the third, middle of the third, and then it looked like he came back into the game and then left again. So whatever. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie, what are we doing? What are we doing, Sneeps? But yeah, good win for the Knicks. Cool. Congrats. Nothing really to talk about. Like, good, you beat the Wizards. The Celtics beat the Pacers. So this one was a weird one. I watched mostly the fourth quarter and overtime. I didn't watch this whole game because it was Friday night. Also, I see Jump Shoot in the chat. We the people. What's up? Celtics won 142-138. They needed overtime. They needed overtime for the Indiana Pacers, the Pacers. Tatum dropped to 31, 12, and 7. Jaylen Brown also has been on one. He dropped 30 and 11 in this game. Bogdanovich, Malcolm, dropped 24 and 7. Miles Turner was the guy, though. Miles Turner was a So Rare superstar, a fantasy darling Friday night as he dropped a 40 and 10 on the Celtics. So much for that interior defense. Hallie had 22 and 14, and then Benedict Mathurin had 19, 4 and 7, 19, 7 and 4 off the bench. Listen, this could have been like, because they win this game, I feel like we don't talk about it. We just don't talk about it. You know, like if they had lost, it would have been like, oh my God, how did they lose this? But because it's just like one of those wins, you're like, okay, well, you know, it's a little dicey there, but they got the W. Move on to the next one. Fernandez says, why is Jaylen Brown ducking the smoke tonight? Bruh. I think the Celtics don't respect the Knicks. That's why. No, Jaylen is out for personal. I don't know. They played 2 games this weekend. Maybe they were just like, hey, we don't want your broken mask face to be busted by the playoffs. So, yeah, Jaylen's going to be out tonight against the Bing Bong Boys. I think the Knicks get the W tonight, too. I think they keep it rolling. But anyways, let's keep going. Pacers continue to just trickle down the standings. Whatever, makes sense. They're going to slide right back into that lottery. Like, listen, they created feel-good vibes, right? Pacers started off hot. Everyone's like, dude, not that bad. We got Hallie. We got Mathurin, Buddy Hield, Miles Turner sticking around. We're having a good time. Andrew Nembhard, baby. And then, you know, they come back to earth. But, like, listen, it showed you a bright future, and now you're like, let's get back into the lottery. Let's focus on the future. So, good for them. We mentioned the Hawks. Hawks blew out the Cavs, 136-119. Darius Garland had 33, and then no one else did anything. Weird game from the Cavs from that standpoint. Trey dropped 34-9, and then DeJounte had 25-9-8. But this one got out of control. Good win for the Hawks. So the Hawks what did they fire him on Tuesday or Wednesday? They officially announced Quinn Snyder as their coach last night, I believe. So they had an interim coaching over the weekend, but clearly Trey was, or the Hawks in general. Like, I think this is two things. I think Trey Young is probably tough to play with, but I also think Nate McMillan probably needed to get fired. So anyway, see, the Hawks getting a little bit of a bump. Matic Otto's joining, said Dame time. We'll get to Dame. Was sitting in 50th. Went to bed before the last two games finished, woke up 850th. Yeah, man, if you didn't have Dame in any of your fantasy goodnesses, you lost. Speaking of don't talk about the Heat, I see you, Stan. Heat lost to the Bucks by 29 without Giannis. So Giannis got hurt pretty early in this game. I feel like we still haven't gotten a report on Giannis. I know he looked pretty spry on the bench during yesterday's W against the Phoenix Suns. So hopefully it's not too serious. They said he just like collided knees. So hopefully he's back in action soon. But the Bucks, man, are just ripping off W's. And it doesn't matter who they play or who plays for them. They just continue to just win. They haven't lost since 1994. Jimmy Butler got 23 in this game. Drew Holiday went for 20 and 7. And then Bobby Portis, 18 and 11 off the bench. He's obviously jumps into a bigger role. We got to talk Brolo a little bit too. Brook Lopez, like really, he's been like the third best player for the Bucks this season, right? And a part of that has to do with Chris Middleton missing as much time. And they're still easing Middleton back. They're still bringing him off the bench. They're slowing his minutes. But Brolo doing it on both ends. I feel like if they need him to score, he scores. If he just needs to defend the paint, he like forces bigs to guard him outside. Like Brook Lopez has been awesome this year. Also, Marco in the house. What's up, Marco? Yeah, Miami just free falling. They've been really bad. Miami's been really bad. We'll get to their second game in a second. Jump Shoot said, is Brolo Defensive Player of the Year? Man, I don't think he's winning Defensive Player of the Year. Like, I don't think they're going to give it to him. Maybe he's in the conversation, finishes top 3. I still think Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to, Jaren Jackson Jr. just gets 4 blocks a game. It's crazy. D-Rose says, pulling dudes out of the G League straight in the starting lineup is going to catch up to a franchise eventually. I know. Well, the Kyle Lowry thing hurts, right? The Lowry thing, like that's a big chunk of salary. He's supposed to be your starting point guard. He's been really bad. Kevin Love came in, started so Kevin Love played 2 games this weekend. And it was funny because I saw a highlight that was like Kevin Love gets his first bucket. I was like, nah, dude, they played on Friday. Well, Kevin Love didn't score on Friday, even though he started and played like 23 minutes. But he did get one in the second game. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Hornets beat the Wolves. Minnesota, dude, what are you doing? Gordon Hayward dropped 27 and 13. Big game from Gordon Hayward. PJ, let's get a freaking PJ drop, baby.
PJ Washington. PJ Washington. PJ Washington.
God, we love a PJ drop. PJ dropped a 20 and 8 spot. LaMelo, 32, 10 and 8. Ant-Man dropped 29 and 8. Rudy, 17 and 10. Why isn't Rolo as good as Brolo? Yeah, not. Why isn't Billy Ripken as good as Cal Ripken? You know, a lot of good questions we got to get to the bottom of. You know what I'm saying? That's a good point. Top Shot comments here. We love to see it. All right, so yeah, Wolves, you can't lose that game, man. If you're Minnesota, you can't lose that game, especially knowing you have Golden State later in the weekend. Like these, the Western Conference is not a series conference. Bulls Nets, that's the next one. This game was dog do. Just dog do. The Nets scored 29 points, I think, in the first half. Bulls won 131-87, excuse me. Cam Thomas got 22 off the bench. Zach LaVine, 32 and 6. There's really nothing else to talk about. Like good win for Chicago. They're still fighting for that play-in game. The Bulls are back, baby. They're still hanging around. Yeah, sorry, Jay Blaze. I know you're a Brooklyn boy. It was fugly. Not good. Suns Thunder. This one was a little bit more exciting. The Thunder. So SGA suffered, I think it was a hip flexor. It was like a late addition to the injury report on Friday, and then they ended up holding him out of both games this weekend, which is bad news for the Thunder's chances at the playing game. It doesn't sound like that was an intentional tank thing. It sounds like he is a little dinged up. They said it's day-to-day, so hopefully he doesn't miss too much time because of my bags, my underdog bags. I think I have like 60% SGA, so that was a real bummer. But Isaiah Joe is a baller. He dropped 28 points on Friday, 24 in the second game that they had, I think. But he had 28 and 7. J Dubs with 22 and 6. And then D-Book Cook, 25 and 8. Suns get a big W there. I shouldn't say it's a big W. It's against the Thunder. But, now coming down the stretch, the seeding is so important in the Western Conference. Like, this is every W matters here. Every W matters. How about the Clips taking the Nuggets to the wire? Plumlee played the entire fourth in OT. Clips are sneaky. Chicken for we'll talk about that game. I love that this is the take. Like, it's not that the Nuggets beat the Clippers, but that was a great game. That was a really fun game. Clips are sneaky. All right, let's keep going. Dubs beat the Rockets 116-101. Clay has been cooking from tree. Went 12 for 17 from three, dropped 42. Kenyon Martin Jr. dropped 22 and 8. The Rockets are not serious. The Rockets, a weird thing's been happening with Houston too. Şengün is getting benched in the second half. So Şengün put up, I think it was like 15 and 9 in the first half last night against Portland, which we'll talk about the Portland game in a little bit. And then just played 3 minutes in the second quarter and then didn't play again. They did the same thing on Friday night. I don't know if Şengün is if Silas is putting out a play or he's putting out a defensive scheme and Şengün is nah, I'm good. And that's why he's getting benched. I've heard through the grapevine that Şengün maybe is not the best teammate and everybody hates him. Some real Trae Young energy. But I don't know. It's weird that they keep benching him. I don't get it. All right. Anyways, we don't have to talk about that game. All right. The game of the night. Friday night, Clippers and Kangs light the beam. This went into double overtime, 176-175, the second highest scoring game in NBA history. Bone fouled out, still dropped to 20 and 10. Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox combined for 87 points. Monk dropped 45 off the bench. Some real Jamal Crawford stuff right there. Fox had 42 and 12. On the Clippers side of things, man, Kawhi, the minutes restriction, it's gone. Kawhi dropped 44. PG at 34, 10 and 5. This is the first game for Russ. Russ started and closed the game, which we'll talk a little bit more about their second game last night. He dropped 17 and 14. I believe he played 38 minutes in his first game for him. Solid stat-wise, defensive, but whatever. He had a solid game. Norm Powell, 24. And the Kangs get the W. Light it up, baby. Matic Auto, smoke some. Light it up. That was a really fun game. Clippers just blew it, man. They blew. I forget how they blew a lead in the fourth quarter. They blew a lead in the first overtime and the second overtime. The Kings just kept coming and got the W. So there you go. That was Friday night's action. Let's get cooking. Saturday, Raps and Pistons, a game nobody cared about. It was an island game too. We the people, I got to tell you, dude, I'm actually I think you have to start taking an L on this, right? If you are still defending the current day Russ, I don't know what to tell you, man. Old school Russ, yeah. But he's just he's empty stats. He's empty stats right now. Anyways, Raps Pistons, Raps won 95-91. So they barely got by Detroit. They barely got by him. Siakam dropped 29, 8 and 5. Trent 19. On the Pistons side of things, Wiseman racked up a double-double. He got the start because Jalen Duren missed the game, and then he fouled out. Marvin Bagley, though, 21 and 18 off the bench. Dude, Fred VanVleet didn't play a game this week. Didn't play a game. I don't know what's going on with Freddie. But anyway, I don't want to talk about this game anymore because seriously, congrats for Toronto. You beat Detroit. Hornets beat the Heat. Let's just do a hero drop to make Stan feel better. Whoo, baby. Hornets, dude, red hot. red hot. Hornets 108-103. Kevin Love dropped to 13-13. Jimmy Buckets 28-6. Tyler Hero went for 33-7. Mark Williams. Let's victory lap our Mark Williams stock, baby, because it's going to the moon. Shout out Trey Kirby from No Dunks because Mark Williams got some big beef. He went for 18 points and 20 boards. LaMelo Ball had 19-13. Another win for them. D-Rose says, will Miami start selling pieces this offseason? No, I don't know. I don't know how you sell pieces when you have Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and Tyler Hero, you know? Like, you got to sell all of them if that's the case. Okay, that's right. Freddie had a baby. But anyways, Hornets just racking up W's. Mark Williams is the GOAT. Let's get Mark Williams. I want more of this, man. Stay out of foul trouble and just cook. In the game on Friday, he had a very bad game. Followed that up with 18 and 20. We love to see it. I'm pretty sure the Hornets won 4 in a row. Let me actually just double check this quickly. Pretty sure Hornets have now won, 4 in a row. After losing 6 in a row. Still comfy in that bottom. Anyways, good win for them. LaMelo is finally healthy and moving Plumlee gives him so much more space. Yeah, LaMelo has been putting up monster stats, just like game after game. He's been playing really well. Pacers Magic. Pacers bounce back after losing the overtime game to the Celtics. They win 121-108. Miles Turner had 24 and 8. 2 good games from him. Jordan Wara off the bench, 18, 8, and 6. Shout out NBA top shot in those badges. Halliburton had 15 and 14. Matt Trin, Benedict Mathurin had 19. On the Magic side of things, Franz had 21 and 6. Paulo had 19. Kind of an ugly game all around. Maybe the Magic were just like, let's not catch the Pacers. You know what I'm saying? Let's make sure we still, although did they already catch the Pacers? Yeah. I think they were just securing that bottom 4 spot there, or bottom 5 spot, excuse me. We talked about the Bing Bong Boys. The Knicks beat the Pels 128-106. Beautiful highlight from this game. IQ Manuel quickly got a steal on a fast break, threw it off the glass. Randall threw it down. Randall dropped for 28. Let's get a regular season Randall.
Regular season Randall.
Orange Julius at 28 and 7. Brunsanity at 20 and 5. Mitchell Robinson back in action, 11 and 13. Little dub, and BI at 19 for the Pels. Pels are screwed, man. I don't know what the Pels are going to do. Brent says Van Fleet and Giannis taking my best ball run. Terrible every year during the playoffs. Yeah, I'm running pretty cold right now, too. I have some Fred Van Fleet. I have some SGA. I have some Giannis. So I'm running pretty cold. Shiggins says only guys with more threes per game than LaMelo or Curry, Clay, and Dame. Kind of crazy. Yeah, I think I mentioned this. Man, it was probably like 2 months ago, but I was like, LaMelo's taking 11 threes a game right now, or like 10 threes a game. Like, he is chucking them. Regulator said the Pels are they going to miss the playoffs? Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll talk about them in a little bit. Memphis beat the pants off of the Nuggets. So the Memphis, like, listen, we've documented this. They've been playing really bad basketball right now. They got up like 33, I think, on them. They're up 20 something at halftime. No real stats to talk about from this game because the Nuggets like packed it in early. They were like, listen, we got a game tomorrow against the Clippers. Like, we'll just try to split this thing. Jokic dropped 15, 13, and 3 in like 2 minutes and 25 minutes or something. John Moran had 23 and 7. Good win for Memphis, though. Like, even just for the brain, they needed this W. They've just been so bad against good teams too, especially after that meltdown against the Sixers. But I need to see, before I start trusting the Grizzlies, I need them to win close games in the fourth quarter, and we haven't seen it. Tandy, we got a Tandy setting. Says, remember when the Pels were the 1 seed? Those were good times. Yeah, I mean listen. I think the Pels ran hot early, but they also like just smoked by the injury bug. Miss Brand, like I think they've had their starting 5 for like 8 games, not even. So, I do that. Well, again, we'll talk about it. I think the Pels are going to fall out of the playoffs. I think they're in tough shape. Celtics Sixers, the prime time game of Saturday night. Tatum actually had a pretty bad game, but stuck a 3 when it mattered most. Tie game, 107-107. Like 8 seconds left, maybe. They ran the same play. Mazzulla called the same play they did against the Cavs. I'm sure you saw the highlight of this where Tatum just comes streaking up. In the Cavs game, he like threw down the dunk. This game pulls up from 3, sticks it. Embiid catches, throws it 3/4 court, but he sunk it too. Would have tied the game, but threw it too late. Actually, Paul George did the same thing last night, by the way, too. Half second too late. Actually, it was more than that. Like, Embiid was clearly holding onto the ball. Celtics get the win. Tatum had 18 and 13. Pretty bad game from him, honestly. Jaylen Brown had 26 and 4. White had 18 off the bench. Our man Embiid, 41, 12 and 5. Harden, 21 and 8. Celtics the W. So 2 ways to look at this, right? If you are a Sixers fan and you want to be glass half full, you could be like, listen, they're our biggest competition. Embiid still dominated them. Harden had a good game too. Like, we were right in it. And if not for, some fourth quarter stuff, we would have been still in it. Wow. A fucking man coming in says, share the podcast, everyone. Thank you, Team Hold, for the great takes. Thank you. Thank you. But if you want to be glass half full for the Celtics, you can be like, listen, yeah, it was a close game. Tatum had a bad game. We took the best punch from Embiid had a ceiling game. Harden had a really strong game, and we played poorly, and we still beat them. So I don't know. I think the Sixers are really good, but I would be stunned if it's not Celtics and Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. But again, well, I'll save the standings talk for when we get out of here. So anyways, last game on Saturday night was the Utah Jazz, the Jazz versus Spurs. We're going to do this quickly. Jazz won 118-102. Keldon at 18. Sohan had a strong game. That Sohan, sneaky, having a really good rookie season. And then Lauri, again, dude, Lauri Markkanen just not slowing down. Dropped 27, baby. 27 and 4 on him. Utah refusing to tank. All right, let's do a mental health check before we get into Sunday. I need to regroup here. Let's do this one. But I'm just not going to do it, guys. And it feels good to not cave to the chat because I am the boss. Like I said earlier, I'm in charge today. I am in charge. You can't tell me what to do. Jump Shoot says Sohan or Duren, better rook season so far. I mean, Duren looks like a monster, puts up really good stats. I think Sohan can do more, though. That's close. So as we get into Sunday, let's reset the table. Like the stream, subscribe. Thanks for being here this morning. If you're just arriving or arriving late. Mike says Sixers definitely making sure top 2 got to keep their toes. Any slip-ups, they'll be taking advantage. Yeah, I think the biggest problem with the Sixers is they're going to have to play both of the Bucks and the Celtics unless something weird happens, right? Again, we'll talk about it in a second. Let's get into Sunday. Bucks Suns. Again, I can't believe the Bucks just win, man. They were without Giannis. They still found a way. They won 104-101. DeAndre Ayton had 22 and 11. Booker 24 and 8. CP3 had 18, 7 and 5. Holiday 33 and 5, and Brolo 22 and 13. Another good Brolo performance. Shout out everyone who watched that game on playback with us too. That was fun. We had Sneeps, Weisberg, and Chickenferg on the stream. It was a good time. We'll do more of that this week, so stay tuned. But this is one of the Suns are a fourth quarter team usually. They are known for being clutch. I know their numbers have dipped a little bit this year as past years, but they go on this run to go up 8 with 3 minutes left, and you're like, all right, that's a wrap. They figured it out. They, the Bucks hung as long as they could. And then Drew Holiday, man, just did Holiday shit. Just so underrated. He did the patent and rip Booker and then went the other way. Bucks just keep winning, dude. How many games in a row? Is this 14 in a row now? Might even be more than that. They've won 14 in a row. They haven't lost in forever. They're going to, and that's the thing. The Celtics keep winning too, and the Bucks keep catching up because they just don't lose. They don't lose. And that 1 seed is going to be so important in the Eastern Conference. But anyways, good win. It was nice. Y'all, shout out the NBA too, by the way, for giving us a solid Sunday slate with games spread out throughout the day. Just a lot of national televised games. We'd love to see it. Bulls beat the Wizards. We're going to do this one quick. 102-82. Bulls just beat the pants off people this weekend. DDR, DeRozan had 29 and 6. Vucci Mane had 16 and 13. Levine, 27. Gafford had 15 and 11. Beal, 18 and 8. No Porzingis. Kuz is pretty bad. Whatever. Who cares? Let's keep moving. Hawks, 129. Nets, 127. Trae Young hit a game winner. Again, a ton of points in that game. That's a ton of points. What's that? 258, something like that. Yeah, just a ton of points. Trae Young hit a little floater there it was a weird, running leaner, I guess you'd call it. He went for 34 and 8. DeJounte had 28 and 4. Cam Thomas again with 22 off the bench. Dinwiddie had 28. Mikal Bridges had 24 and 5, and then Cam Johnson 20 and 7. Tough loss. Tough loss there. Top Shot says good underdog weekend. Well, dude, send me your picks, bro. Send me your picks. I recovered last night with a nice Nuggets W, but Just keep smashing the Eric Gordon unders, by the way. Just keep smashing those. It's just doing nothing out there. Hawks, though, listen, Hawks just now like stringing some W's together. I'm telling you, that 5, 6, 7, 8 seeds are in the Eastern Conference are going to be a little feisty. Lakers, Mavs, this one, everybody already knows this one. We all watched the Mavs. Had a 27-point lead in the second quarter, blew a 20-point lead in the second half, just an absolute meltdown. Lakers won 111-108. Just a sloppy offense. Weird comments from Jason Kidd after the game, almost being like, I'm watching the game just like you all. You're not just like all of us, Jason Kidd. You're the fucking coach. What do you mean that you're just like all of us watching the game? Maybe try coaching then instead of watching. What a wild thing to say. Like, no accountability. I hate Jason Kidd. Jason Kidd is a bad coach. And the Mavs aren't a series team. You can't 1-3 with Kyrie and Luka playing together. Kyrie, we're like a couple days away from Kyrie just being like, yeah, I actually think Texas is the worst state in the country, right? We're going to get something like that. That's just going to really make things uncomfortable because that's what Kyrie does. Anthony Davis had a monster game, 30 and 15. LeBron dropped 26 and 8. Also, shout out LeBron just being like, he falls to the ground. He's like, and you can see the highlight, right? It looks like he got hurt, and he's like, yeah, it popped. I heard a pop. This is serious. And then he like got up and he was fine. Luka had 26, 9, and 5, Kyrie 21 and 11, and then THJ 17 off the bench. Kidd distancing. Dude, he's so stupid, man. He's so bad. Jason Kidd or Steve Nash, the worst coach. We need to see more from Steve Nash. Backtracking, but Kings made 65 field goals. Yeah, they're incredible. They're incredible. Yeah, I mean, dude, Lakers, every win is super important for the Lakers. We were talking about how the Mavericks Mavericks might take a run at the 4 seed because of their easy schedule. Well, you know what? They suck. So it doesn't matter who you play when you're not good at defense. And although like yesterday, they only gave up 111 points. That sounds like stout defense for the Dallas Mavericks. So they need Maxi Kleber back ASAP Rocky like they do. They need him back so soon. Yeah, man. Yeah, bad vibes. Bad vibes. Memeable, though. The Mark Cuban meme, that was good times. Allowed me to clap back at the haters on Twitter, which is fun. All right, Cavs beat the Raptors 118-93. They bounced back from their L on Friday. Garland at 18 and 11. Mitchell 35 and 6 on the Raptors side. And Jared Allen with double 23 and 11. Siakam had 25 and 8. Raptors ran good without Freddie Van for the first 2 games, and the third game caught up to them. Good win for Cleveland. They needed that one. That's fine. Fernandez says seeing LeBron and Kyrie after the game was weird. I don't know how I'd feel about that as a Mavs fan. And whatever, dude. You can't. I mean, I know what you're saying, but whatever. Kyrie's going to the Lakers anyways. They already knew that. Mavs Suns in the first round, please. That would be fun. The battle of vibes. All right, what else we got? Kangs and Thunders. Kings beat the Thunders 124. The Thunders. Why am I pluralizing? 115. De'Aaron Fox, 33 and 8, baby. Bone, 14, 15 and 8. The rookie phenom, Keegan Murray, dropped 20 and 6. Isaiah Joe, as I said earlier, dropped 24. And then Giddy had 18 and 8. No SGA in this game. Kangs like the beam, baby. That's 2 in a row this weekend. They're feeling it. 80 for Kyrie trade this offseason. They don't know. That's the thing. There's no trade. They don't have Kyrie's a free agent. He can do whatever he wants. So he gone. He's just going to go sign. Warriors, Wolves. Dude, the Wolves, man. Rudy Gobert missed the game again. Naz Reid put up some Wilt Chamberlain stats. He went for 30 points, 9 boards, and 5 steals. Wolves, I just like, what are you doing, man? You can't lose to the Hornets. You lost to the Warriors without Draymond, without Steph. Like, Clay was the only one that cooked for them. Clay had 32. I guess Dante DiVincenzo had 21 and 8. But Reed dropped 30. The next highest scorer had Anthony Edwards had 12 points. I don't know. I don't know. How bad is the SGA injury? It is they said it was day to day. So I don't know. I'm concerned, but they said it was day to day. So hopefully it's not too long because I need some SGA in my life. Hopefully it's not too serious. Because I need some more SGA in my life. That would be pretty funny if your Kyrie hating Texas take happens. Right. But Josh, isn't it like, I feel like we could get something like that, right? It's not going to be about playing with Luka. He's just going to be like, honestly, if Theo Penson wasn't here, I think the Mavericks would be a top seed. Oh, we got a Bandy setting. Hey, buddy. It's going to be something like that, something stupid like that. He's like, you know what? I'd appreciate this state more if it had 3 stars instead of 1 star. And they were like, you gonna get the hell out of here, man. That's a terrible Texas accent, but you know what I mean. It's just gonna be something dumb. It's gonna be something dumb. All right, how many games we got left? Look at us, 34 minutes in. Yeah. So, anyways, Warriors beat the Wolves. That was stupid. Minnesota's been bumming me out, man. I just want them to go on a run, and I know they've been like, where's Karl Anthony Towns? Where's the cat man? Catman. Blazers beat the Rockets 131-114. Dude, Dame dropped 71. 71. He 71 points and six boards, 6 assists. The other thing is I think he had 13 threes. He was one shy from the record of Clay's 14 threes. My favorite thing about the entire thing was so there's like he gets 71 with like 90 seconds left. It's like about a minute and a half left. And the whole team, what I love, this is what I love. The entire Blazers starting 5, the 5 that were out there were like, you know what we need to do? Get the ball to Dame. No one else is shooting. So after he gets 71, they get the ball. I think it was on a turnover. Watford's holding at the top of the key, and he's waiting for Dame to like run around. He's waiting for Dame to run around, and Dame's just like, nah, dude, you shoot it. And they're like, no, we know the rules. We're not shooting. Only you can shoot right now. And Dame's like, no, shoot the ball. He was just so gassed. He gave it everything he had to get to that 71. It was great. What are you talking about, man? We do giveaways all the time. We do giveaways all the time. Not today, though. Not this morning. We will for the So Rare show at 5:30. But yeah, Dame's awesome, man. He's so fun. He's so fun. Also, Houston, you are garbage. You are so bad. That is a terrible basketball team. Even if you're trying to tank, like, what are you doing? Şengün in 17 and 10 in like 25 minutes because they benched him. Tari Eason dropped 15 and 10. Eason's been a bright spot. God, they are just so bad. Anyways, 1 game left. Nuggets 134, Clippers 124. This one went to overtime. Kawhi with 36 and 6, PG with 23 and 4, Jokic 40, 17 and 10. Big old triple double. Michael Porter Jr. 29 and 11, and Jamal Murray went for 21 and 12 dimes. Yeah, a lot of Bandy sightings. People saying Tari better than Jabari. No, I don't think so. Jabari's been bad, but I don't think Tari's better than Jabari. I don't think he's better than. I mean, Jabari also had higher expectations, so it feels like he's worse than he is. But Houston needs to bring back Van Gundy. Bring them both back. Just have like like a co-coach, a bro coach, co-bro coach, bro co-coach. And then sign the Lopez's too. This is a pretty good win. Yeah, Bandy's the best. Bandy getting a lot of love right now. This is a very good win for Denver in overtime. Clippers hung tough. Was really funny watching this game every time. So as the game was in Denver, every time Bones entered the game, everybody booed. And yeah, Bones just got his shots up. He got his shots up early. It was pretty funny. That whole situation. So I'm sure at some point we'll learn more about what actually happened there. Weird. Anyways, that's the wrap up, baby. Let's do another mental health check. Go take a look at the standings. See what we got going for tonight. Do a little underdog. We can't go down this road. We can't talk about like how you need to have had sex in order to have responsibility. I just think it changes you. You know, I think it changes you. Yes, sir. Let's go over the standings here. What do we got? The Beantown boys still got a half game lead. Look at this, 14 in a row. Bucks just a half game back. Sixers falling back a little bit here in the 3 seed, kind of comfy in the 3 seed. 4 games back from the Celtics. They got a 2.5 game lead on the Cavs. 7-3 in their last 10. Cavs are 7-3 in their last 10. They feel comfy. This is your top 4. It is going to be some version of Celtics, Bucks 1, 2. Philly's going to be 3. I know Philly's schedule is like really tough the rest of the way, but I still think they will fight off the Cavs there for the 3 seed. I guess maybe the Cavs could catch them, and then right here we get the Knicks and the Nets both tied here. I guess the Nets have a lead in the loss column here, but both 9.5 games back. The Knicks are catching the Nets. That's happening. The Heat now. So I feel like I thought the Heat were going to make a run for the 6 seed, but I mean the Knicks feel like they are the 5 seed. I mean, I'm sorry, they will catch the Nets. They will, but the Hawks only 1 game behind the Heat now. After the Hawks have been a dumpster fire, they've won 2 in a row, 6 of their last 10. They're a game over 500 now. The Raptors only a game and a half behind the Hawks. I think the Raptors are staying right here unless somehow they catch the Nets. But the Nets still 8 games over 500. That's a lot of games to make up. And then the Wizards and Bulls right here scrapping for the 10 seed, followed by Pacers, Magic, Hornets, Pistons. When we go over to the West Side, we got Denver Nuggets 43-19. 7-3 in their last 10. They got a 5.5 game lead with just like 20 left over the Grizz. Grizz, just a game and a half lead over the Light the Beam Kings. Suns 3 games behind them. Clippers a half game behind the Suns after that loss last night. So Suns right now, home court advantage, baby. Suns Clips first round matchup would be a lot of fun. And then you'd have Kings Mavericks, which would be great. Somehow the Warriors only a half game back behind them. And then you got, look at this, Jazz in the 8th seed right now, half game behind Warriors, but a half game ahead of the Wolves. Wolves and Pels both tied right there. Blazers just a half game back behind the Wolves and the Pels. Lakers just a game back behind all of those. I mean, the West is so wild, man, right now because, We the People says who's the worst team to watch. I'll go first. Heat, Dallas, and Houston. They're all really bad. The West is so wild because I mean, the Pelicans to me are falling out, but like, if the Wolves are going to keep losing games like this, man, I feel like they are also in danger of being caught, right? I don't think the Blazers are going to get in there. I don't. But like, if the Wolves are just going to keep playing like this, like you can't lose both these games. I could see the Blazers and it feels like the Lakers are getting in, right? We know the Pels are falling out. Let's say if Zion's not back for the next couple of games, the Pelicans are falling out of the top 10 here. So I have more trust in the Lakers catching the Blazers, you know what I'm saying? So it feels like the Lakers are in here, but I mean, the Blazers are still going to be hunting. God. Yeah, I agree. Wolves are really in trouble, especially what is going on with Cat? Anyways, that's our standings wrap up there. The West is going to be nuts. Superloop said, damn, the Haslam bought some of the Bucks for $3.5 billion. Yeah. I don't think that's good news if you're a Bucks fan, by the way. So for those that don't know, the Haslams own the Browns, and you can just Google how their franchise has been. Shout out to John Watson's contract. Garen says Cat's coming back sometime soon, and they never looked good with Cat and Rue together. I think they're still better off with Cat coming back, but I feel like Cat's been coming back soon for a while now. New Swami says the Lakers. Wow, this is too far. Lakers will not end up in the 6th seed. Yeah, I know. I've seen some Cat rumors. I've seen some some potential deals of Cat for RJ Barrett and picks this offseason. That's kind of interesting, huh? So if the Brownies owners bought the Bucks, incoming Miles Bridges signing, yeah, I've seen a lot of that. It's not the whole team, they're other owners. Yeah, I know, but it's still not great, Bob. Not great, Bob. Let's look at the schedule for tonight. We only have 4 games on tap for Monday night basketball. Only 4 games highlighted by the NBA TV Philadelphia Miami game. We got Detroit, Charlotte, only the sickos. Miami, Philly, Boston in New York, and then 8 o'clock Orlando, New Orleans. So basketball's over by 10 o'clock Eastern time. We love to see this. So this playing experiment is a success, right? Says Boston Base. Yeah, I think so. It's kept less teams from like tanking hard. It makes the trade deadline a little bit more exciting as well. So I think so. All right. Since Monday's so gross, let's take a look at Tuesday. Let's review the whole week. Washington, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Brooklyn. Used to be spicy. Memphis Lakers will be a fun one. The Lakers are on the road. We know maybe Shannon Sharp travels for the game. We know that's a feisty one. It's a TNT matchup. I like that. Sacramento, OKC, if SGA is back, is fun. Golden State, Portland could be exciting, especially since it's playing game. And then Minnesota and the Clippers. Wednesday night, Boston and Cleveland make their national TV debut. Not debut. In New Orleans, Portland. Oh, my God. That's a gross one. A lot of early games, though. Like only one late night hammer there on Wednesday night. Lakers, OKC, though, that's still like an important game. Brooklyn and New York, the Subway Series. Thursday night, the TNT matchups, Philly and Dallas, Clippers and Golden State. You also have Toronto, Washington, Indiana, and San Antonio. And then Friday night, Orlando, Charlotte, Portland, Atlanta, Brooklyn, and Boston. We don't need that on ESPN. New York and Miami. That'll be a gross game. Phoenix and Chicago, Utah, OKC. Memphis, Denver, though. That will be fun. Little rematch in Denver. Denver, I think, is like 28-4 in the playing game. Whoa, Boston Base. What's going on, bro? Dropped a little $10 super chat. We love to see that. Thank you, sir. Dern versus Mark Williams will be fun. That is true. KD back against the Hornets. That's fun. We love that. But yeah, Golden State, New Orleans, Clippers, Kangs. That'll be a fun one. A rematch of the 5 million points scored on Friday, and then Lakers and Mini. So we get some good stuff. Some good stuff coming. Some really good stuff coming. Let's take a look. Well, as you guys know, right, we've been doing the underdog picks every day. If you haven't signed up for Underdog, let me drop a link into the chat right now. If you sign up using promo code HOLD, right, just HOLD, you get a 100% deposit bonus match. 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. That's a free hundo. But we'll look at pick'ems. But as I've been doing, right, so we'll look at it right now, but then we will on tonight at like 5 o'clock. I'll probably do it. What else we got here? Over under Kings at 145. Yeah, I know, right? Let's see. LOL, that's a dancing pair. What did I miss? I missed something. Anyways, yeah, dude, shout out Boston Base. Thank you. Oh, the sticker was a dancing pair. I got you. Whoa, are you calling me a pair? You tell me to dance? Is that what you're saying? All right, let's go to the pick'ems. Let's see what we got here. Is this still blown up? No, we're gonna blow it up. Blow it up now. Let's focus on the NBA. I don't have any tennis picks. So Charlotte, Detroit. I do want to see what are the bigs overs. Yeah, so they don't have Detroit lines listed yet because I think Dern missed the last game. If Dern misses, I am going to hit the over on Wiseman or Bagley. If Dern plays, I probably want some overs on that. But that's what I'm going to pay attention to. I also really like, what do we have Mark Williams lines? I feel like Mark Williams is going to get 9.5 rebounds in this matchup. I like Mark Williams. I like that quite a bit. Jump Shoot says, are the Kings the best team in Cali? Yeah, I think so. I think they are right now. Clippers are going to be a close second, though. Clippers will be a close second. But let's see. I think I would start. I like over 9.5 rebounds for Mark Williams. This feels like a 12 and 10 spot for Mark Williams. Miami, Philly could be fun. I feel like Harden should get his way here. 21.5 points. Tennis. Oh, man, it's a little tricky. Let's see. Anything else over here? Boston, New York. The over on 8.5 rebounds seems kind of, I feel like Tatum's supposed to have a really big game. What's his points at 31.5? 3.5 threes. That's a lot. I don't know. That's a lot. Maybe Marcus Smart assist. I feel like this game could be a little sloppy. Here. Maybe we just hit the Brunson over. Brunson should cook, right? Although he's going to get the Marcus Smart matchup. I don't know. I'm having a tough time. We'll have to tune back in. I'll have to wait till 5 o'clock when I get a little bit more info. Couple of things. Just a reminder, we'll be back with Live Before Lock tonight at 5:30. So Live Before Lock, 5:30 with Ghost and TST. We're going to go over the So Rare slate. I can pull that up right now just so we can see what game week 37 is going to look like. I also stay tuned. I mentioned it earlier in the show. If you tuned in late, I'm not going to say it again. But we got a fun little announcement for tonight's slate. We should have a private team hold contest that has some rewards as well. But just a reminder, this is the first week with the new progression stuff, right? So you get the pickup, the common veterans, and then those are the only two that I qualify because I'm not a beginner. We got, for the limited side of things, the new contest is the veterans. For the rare side of things, they're doing the under 23 again. Look at these new logos here. So that'll be kind of fun. For limited champion, let's see what we got here. I think we start with Ja as my big guy, right? They got 2 games. Man, Jamal Murray only has 1 game, and I feel like this could end up being a blowout. So I might stay away from that. Fred VanVleet with 2 games. If Freddie's back, I kind of like that. Bam has 2 games, but both against Philly. Sabonis only has 1 game, and then there's a big drop in my guys. So maybe I don't know. This is gonna be a tough week for So Rare. Honestly, too, I'm coming off a brutal So Rare weekend. My guys did not show out, and really, you needed Dame. If it wasn't gonna be Dame, it wasn't going to happen. You know what I mean? It wasn't going to happen. So when the dude drops 71 real life points, it's going to be tough. Shout out to the team hold community. I know Veronica got there. I think Borland got there as well. Jeb, I think, winning some limited tier cards from the common champion, which is pretty exciting. Love to see if I'm going to get my teeth kicked in, it was nice seeing everybody else cook. But yeah, so we'll have value hunting in a couple of hours. Tomorrow is going to be a really exciting show. Please tune in for the morning show. And if not, watch it back after because it's going to be fun. Do you ever look at the Live Before Lock leaderboards? No, but that's what I was saying. We'll have a special contest tonight and we will be paying attention to those leaderboards. But we have a really special show tomorrow with some fun announcements. I'm trying to think of what else. I don't know. Anything else we need to touch on before we get out of here? Started watching Drive to Survive. It was good to get back there. We're going to start a weekly F1 show that I think our man James is going to host. So if you're into the F1 stuff, get ready. Start your engines, something like that. And I'm going to guest on it a couple of times, but I don't think I can commit to a regular show just because I'm on here too much as it is already. I'm going to watch Last Before Lock. Jesus. I'm going to watch The Last of Us in a little bit. Shiggin says Drive to Survive season was dope. Yeah, I'm a couple episodes in already. But yeah, I got to watch The Last of Us so it doesn't get spoiled for me on Twitter. And so I can listen to my podcast, so I can watch the watch. Shiggins asked if I watched the golf version. I haven't watched the golf version yet. I heard it was good, though. I do want to check that out at some point. I heard it was good. I saw like clips being shared a lot, I think around Brooks Koepka, where they were like saying how locked in he was or how he wasn't paying attention to his wife. It depends what perspective you come from. But it does look like that's pretty good. Also want to shout out to everybody on Twitter that got mad because I made a joke using the Last of Us meme. You guys are the real ones. Good to see people getting mad. A lot of fun. A lot of fun from everyone. Community, baby. Hashtag community. Haven't started Drive to Survive yet. Still on White Lotus. Well, dude, White Lotus is great. Let's talk White Lotus when you're done. Yeah, also, I put a poll out there on the Team Hold community tab or community page on the YouTube. Go ahead and vote in that. I'm trying to see if it's worth starting something else up. So take a look at that. All right, gang, 50 minutes. I think we're going to call it there. We did it, y'all. Happy Monday. I hope everybody has a great week. Tune into every other freaking show that we do for the rest of the week. But as always, appreciate you starting your week off here and listening to us ramble. 4 gross games tonight. So hopefully we have some fun stuff to talk about tomorrow. We are out.